bit sunny out here, a bit bright, then the sun's a bit low this time of year. But we've got some film work tomorrow with a YouTube channel called Squire, which some of you may have heard of, some of you may not, but we'll put them down in the description. So it's a replica StuG built on a 432 chassis, and once we get there we'll have a talk about it. Anyone that's familiar with the 432 range of vehicles or 430 range of vehicles knows that one of the most important oils to check is the governor oil. So inside the governor housing on the diesel injection pump is an oil pump, and what that's doing is it's using hydraulic pressure to operate the rack and the governor assembly. If you run out of oil in there, there's nothing controlling the rack and the governor anymore, and it just revs to the moon, which is a bad day in the office. So first job, Josh, let's get up there, and it's already a bit awkward to get to because, as you tell, that we're carrying a water bottle full of oil. It might not need any, but in the off chance it does. So up he goes.
It's not too bad to climb up the front.
Is that one running?
Not yet. So this is the top of a K60 as I fall over.
Which is another two-stroke horizontally opposed engine.
Yeah, still I say two-stroke diesel. Anyone familiar with a 432 pack though, is probably not used to seeing this plate, the actual top of the engine, because there's normally a stack of radiators, fans, oil cooler, it's all mounted on top. So that's all been moved down there, the radiator, and fans have been moved down to the side. It gives me quite not bad access to the top of the injection pump, apart from the governor, which is all the way, that little pot there next to the, there's the filter for the, or the breather for the gearbox oil tank.
Josh, I know why the gearbox temperature sensor doesn't work.
Let me guess. Is it not plugged in?
It is plugged in, Josh. It's there on top of the rock cover, crank cover. It's plugged in.
Yeah. It is plugged in actually. Actually tells us the ambient temperature of the engine bay.
It does.
Which is, it will know if we're on fire.
It will.
We'll know if we're on fire because that temperature will then go up. I've never noticed that before. No. But, as I say, so, little cap here is the dipstick, and that is low.
Is it?
Yeah. Let's wipe him off. Wipe him off. Yep, he's low. Just below the minimum. So that'll need a little bit. So if I then come back out, bottle of oil went up here. I might have put too much in this. Lid off. And then let's try that. It's about halfway, but there's no point. There's no point in not filling them all the way up to the fill line. I like the little chain that stops you from dropping it in the engine bay. Apart from, it then means you can't get it out of this hole to read it nicely. Yep. There he's full.
Yep.
That's job one done.
So, next job now is let's check the gearbox oil. They should be done hot, but what you can do is then, if you're above the O on the degree mark on the dipstick where they're cold, that is going to be roughly in right, and then we can check it properly once it's warm. So, another deck up then, Josh.
Yeah, other deck up.
So annoyingly, we lost the sound to the next couple of clips. Only the next few clips, so don't worry too much. But we're now opening the engine decks up. see the radiator cap on top of the radiator. Check how much antifreeze we got. You'll notice that the radiator is a 432 one, but it's tilted back, so you can't actually fully fill it, which is a bit annoying. But plenty in there. Now, one of the biggest problems with this StuG is the radiator and fan setup. There is no cowling, proper cowling, on the back end of them two electric fans. So what it does is it drags air through the radiator and then back, hits that rear armour there, and then comes back round again, and it cycles the hot air continually through the radiator. So they do suffer with overheating issues. And it's not just this one, it's most of them built. Now onto the gearbox oil filler. Again, that's tucked down here. Josh is about to put his hand on it. Again, it's another faff to read. Awful place to get to. This is the last clip with no audio, but we'll now open up the rear hatch so we can get to the diesel filler that is placed right underneath the armour. And there is room to move the fuel tank over, so you could get to the filler in a nice place. Really know why they did it like that. But yep, no, we've got plenty of fuel, so we're ready to go.
So we're now inside. You see, a couple of batteries down here. So I'm in the loader side. Aaron's managed to squeeze himself through the commander's hatch as he moves the gun for us. Oh, hang on, this. We found a grenade. So it's joining in with the Chieftain. We've had random stuff in, but let's not have the German Eagle on display for too long.
No.
Luckily, there's no bit in the circle, so we haven't been demonetised immediately. But engine oil is under. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'm fairly convinced it's this one. So 10mm spanner. I say it's German, so it's metric, definitely because it's German and not because it's new.
It's a bit of a faff in it, Josh.
It is a bit awkward to. It is a bit awkward. Luckily, though. I say, can you tell we do this normally in a hurry?
Well, you've got to do the front ones, haven't you?
Yeah, the backs on slide. They still need to be slackened off.
The back
though.
one's a nut and bolt. To be honest, mate, I don't think we should be having to struggle getting to check an engine on an engine.
Yep. What? Yeah, it's the right one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just buried still. You take the panel. The actual filler is. If I turn my torch on, all the way down there. So even with the panel off, it's not easy to reach.
No.
Again, these are a hot dip.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
what
still
makes sure we got oil in it.
Oil to actually begin with. So if I reach in, again, kind of blind. There we go. Caps
I
off.
don't know if they can see that, but these back bolts are technically nut and bolt from the other side.
Yeah.
But we just leave them back ones loose.
They've got slotted holes, so it will pull out, but good luck ever actually getting them out. So, Dipstick says. What does he say? I can't actually. I don't have the room to read him from here.
No, she'll do.
Yeah.
Yep. Hot dip mark, that'll do. Cold dip mark, that'll do.
Yeah. That's good because filling that is probably the worst one. Down there. That's shut. Now we have to put this panel back in without squishing any fingers.
And hooking them rears up.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it. Let's see if I can. Right. These ones have all fallen out.
What?
My side's all fallen out. Or do you just go for...
This one's going in.
Can we... That one started. That one started. There we go. And he's in. I would have used, like, you know, you get the bolts with like washer heads.
Yeah.
That would have made this so much easier than actual washers.
Do you know what I'd do?
Have a hatch.
I'd make it so you can get to your engine oil.
Yeah. I know I've it's been a bit more awkward because I'm trying to hold a camera with one hand, but this is still 2 people and it's taken 10 minutes. You can't leave this panel out, as we have before, and it gets really loud.
So, over in the front driver's compartment, the business end of this 432 StuG, we are... So we got all the electrical control boxes off like 432. Our master switch panel is just back there. We've got our dashboard, engine switchboard, loud pedal, and then 2 steering levers. And yeah, that's so I'm now sitting in the seat, and that is my view. If you wanna have an experience at home of how to, so get one of your dining room chairs, set it back about 3 foot from the front door, and pretend to drive your car through the letterbox. Josh is now finishing that, and then we better put some batteries on and finish the rest of our checks. So one of the slight issues it does have, we have a slightly lazy starter motor, and because the pack is welded in when it was built and not bolted in, we've been reluctant to change it yet, although we might be able to do it without taking the engine out. But we're just glossing over that, and have done for a couple of years now. Hasn't got any worse. This vehicle actually belongs to a man called Tim that quite often comments on our videos. I imagine he'll probably comment down below somewhere. So we need master switch on. So now we need to switch some engine switchboard on into run. Let the fuel pump circulate around for a little bit, and then let's go for it. Make a drive now. We've got the 432 gear selector here. Put him into first. one more thing we thought we'd touch on is this thing needs its steering brake set up and some steering bands. That's not a bad job to do in a 432, is it, Josh? No, nice big hatch in the front. Steering box is there. Anyone who's done that before will know that you need to take that top cover off to do it. That top front bolt on the steering box is actually touching this armour, so it needs the whole front cut off to do the brakes.
We'll do that when we do the fan down.
Yeah, it needs the whole front cut off. Now you would be a little less annoyed about cutting the front off your tank if perhaps you'd done 100 miles on it, 200 miles on it. How many miles did you want to do in your tank, Josh, before you cut the front off?
All of them, being honest.
All of them?
All of them.
Yeah, you want to do all of the miles in your tank before cutting the front off?
Yep.
I think that's probably fair. Yeah, not this one. This one's probably done 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
In fact, it needed the front car after the brake setup when it arrived.
Yeah.
But never mind, it is what it is.
I'd be a little less annoyed as well if it wasn't a replica of a tank where the front doesn't unbolt.
Oh yes, yeah, you mean the original ones unbolt?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Never mind. But we're going to get there. We're working with the owner here, Tim, and we're going to make some of it, aren't we?
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be smart.
It's going to look smart. Fix all the inherent teething problems. Stuff like the governor oil, you can convert them to like Chieftain style if people know what they are, and have a reservoir pot and put some hatches in to check the oil, gearbox oil, engine oil, and more importantly make it to the front unbolts so you can actually do your and service your brakes.
Maybe even an oil filter brake.
Yeah, because another thing they've done is they got rid of all of the heat exchangers, so once the gearbox oil gets up to temperature, once the steering box oil gets up to temperature, and gearbox, but particularly steering box, we find, which doesn't take very long, it then cooks the oil and the brakes fade like hell. But, yeah.
Go play with some proper tanks.
Let's go play with some proper tanks. We've currently got 3 Chieftains in the yard now.
So we've Aaron's in the StuG driver. So we've got Ollie and Lee on the top. I'm outside with the headset on. Radio check. Is that better? That'll do. So I'm outside, I'm going to have to direct him down the track, turn the rack round, and then come back up so they can get their shot.
So now we just go up and down this trackway a few times so they can do the filming they need to do whilst the tank is moving. The rest of it is all done with the vehicle static at the top of the arena. at this point they needed the tank to face the other way, do the last of their filming, the sun in the right place. I then got confused, and then sort of, well, if I went around the arena, I'd then be facing the right way. That ain't quite like that, does it? Everyone notices as I come around here that I'm still facing the wrong way, so I end up having to do a 3-point turn to face the right way. So my little lap round didn't do us any good anyway. Right, that's us. That's mainly done, apart from some B-roll later on. I suppose we better do some actual work. Actual work now. So back to Project AVRE. Wasn't too bad.
No, nothing broke.
Nothing broke.
Didn't make too much of a mess.
No. I don't think my dad was watching as we drove around the road course.
No, we'll know about it in a moment.
Yeah. It was an opportunity not to miss.
Yeah, but if you never see this video, you know that he killed us.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a cup of coffee, bit of a warm up because it's cold in that StuG,
and crack on.
And Right, cup of coffee, Chavry.